Good afternoon. I'm Josh Martin, and I will be presenting the information on the Blue Team Airlines. We'll start with near misses by day of the week. And you see our trend starts pretty high on Sunday and carries that trend up through Wednesday and drops off just a little bit for the rest of the week. On time of day, we have number of incidents on the left side of the screen, and we are in military time. It appears that they are running 2 shifts at this location. Looks like the start time at 6 o'clock, we have 1 incident. 7 o'clock, we've reached 32. And then it appears to be some type of break time. Around 8, incidents drop to 1. And then it picks back up after 8 o'clock and carries that through lunch. Then shortly after lunch, it picks back up to 31 and 34. Around 2 to 3 o'clock, looks like right before shift change. And then the second shift appears to have a lot less safety near misses. Our monthly totals of near misses, totals on the left side of the screen, our months are at the bottom. We start off at 15 and carry that through April, and it steadily increases throughout the rest of the year, ending the year with 41 near misses in December. Types of incidents have quite a bit of variety. A number of incidents, again, are on the left side of the screen. Incident type across the bottom. Mobile equipment could be expected given the vehicle traffic and around the airport as well as on the tarmac. Culture is a bit concerning because it's kind of an indicator of how safety is going to be viewed at this facility. We fall into chemicals, falls, exposure to others, tools, equipment use, electrical, and ergo, kind of our top hitters. Near miss group versus non-group. We have 261 for non-group members, and that makes up 87% of our near misses, 39 of which are group members, and that makes up the remaining 13%. Recordables compared to near misses and first aids. Found this slide pretty interesting since we start out the year with 2 recordable incidents. February, March, April, and May, all of which have 1. And that's inversely related to our first aids and near misses. First aids kind of trend with the recordables. 1 starting in February, and we carry that through August. The near misses are what's interesting because it starts out so low at 15, and then right about the time that we don't see recordables anymore, our near misses pick up, and it carries that trend through the rest of the year. So it kind of makes me wonder if we had a safety committee, something implemented to increase awareness or increase reporting, and that led to the reduction of the recordables, as well as the first aids after September, carrying that through the end of the year, while the near misses remain high through the end of the year. Our yearly occupational incident rate, or OIR, starts off the year in January extremely high at 13, and it comes down some through May. And then, since we don't have any more recordables with the work hours that we have, we end the year with a recordable rate of 3, which is still pretty high. HIRA scores, the quantities on the left again, and our near miss type along the bottom. Our sum 3 is what we're looking at. The highest ones would be culture, again, reoccurring theme. Electrical, fall, and then lockout, tagout, and chemicals are tied with 3 each. Shows the 5 Ys on the electric shock near miss. An employee was vacuuming while I noticed marks on the wall. He had a small bucket with cleaner, so he started to scrub the stains off the wall. And when he was done, he attempted to pull the vacuum plug without drying his hands, leading us to the potential for electric shock or worse, electrocution. Why the employee was attempted to unplug the vacuum with wet hands. The employee hands were wet from cleaning the wall with cleaning solution, and the employee noticed marks on the wall while vacuuming, decided to clean. Why there was no clear procedures or reminders in place to ensure that the employee's hands were dry before handling electrical equipment. And our final why and root cause is the lack of proper training and safety protocols regarding the risk of using electrical equipment with wet hands. Again, trending back with our culture theme. Indirect versus direct cost. We'll start with recordables. Our highest one is electric shock. We had one of those with a direct cost of $158,000. Additional sales total, all inclusive, cost $1.6 million. And the total for our recordables, there's $3.2 million. Our near misses, we start with electrical shock being the highest, and multiple physical injuries are due to falls. And we hit a total of almost $5 million there. The review of the OSHA 300 log points again to a safety culture or somebody that was filling this out that didn't have the proper training. The top right of the screen, the year is left blank. Column A, the numbering is completely off, and that's partially due to a lot of first aids being documented on the OSHA 300 that should not be there at all. I believe the Emma Fong should be Emma Frisia. That was a recordable for hearing loss. So column 5 would be correct with the X underneath hearing loss. It's just, I believe, a misspelling of the last name. And reviewing the 301 forms, they duplicated Emma's injury twice and have her documented as line item number 1 and number 2. Olivia should be number 3, Chloe number 4, Andrew number 5, and Ian number 6. So those should really all shift up 1, with Emma being a duplicate. So the employee names underneath B that are correct are highlighted in green. The employee job title, valet and mechanic, are correct, but maintenance and garage are descriptors of a location, not the actual job title. So those are incorrect. Column D, the month and day should be the only thing listed, and 2021 should be up in the top right of the form. Column E, I would like to see a little bit more description of where these injuries are taking place, in case we have to do investigations later on these. We know where to actually go, because there could be multiple parking lots or garages around the facility. Column F, they just listed the actual injury. They didn't describe what part of the body in detail, and they do have that on the OSHA 301 logs. So like the sprain should say sprain to left ankle. Days away from work should not have numbers in column H. Those should be X's, and we should have a total of 4 at the bottom of that column. Those numbers should go to away from work days, with the exception of the 180 for Andrew, that is over in column L. And we should have the totals at the bottom of column K for the days away from work. Column M, or number 1, looks to be correct, as well as the hearing loss for Emma. Would I buy the Blue Team Airlines with the information that I've been given and just presented on? Based on the data, I would not be purchasing this airline, as it would be a high-risk decision due to the following concerns. They have high incident cost due to the indirect and direct cost of our recordables and near misses, with a total of almost $2 million. Electric shock and multiple physical injuries are among the most expensive incidents, indicating serious safety hazards. Again, going back to a bad safety culture. These costs not only impact the financial stability, but also point out to the inefficiencies in the safety protocols and potential liabilities that a new owner would inherit. For safety trends, like the yearly occupational incident rate, also show a declining trend throughout the year, which is a good thing, but it also initially starts out at 13, extremely high, and only comes down to a 3. And while the rates improve over the months, the presence of consistent incidents suggests a deeply rooted safety culture, issues that may take years to correct. This pattern indicates that the employees are at a cost risk of meaning insurance premiums could be high, legal liabilities as well. Companies with high incident rates often have the risk of OSHA fines, workers' comp cases and claims, and the reputation damage because nobody wants to work for somebody that's hurting their employees, all of which could lead to legal and regulatory burdens for a new owner. Incidents involving electric shock, chemicals, falls, mobile equipment indicate lack of hazard controls, training, and enforcement on safety policies. These types of incidents often lead to long-term disabilities, lawsuits, and compliance failures, all of which may make the airline a liability more so than an asset. Wellness program, it's a healthy weight loss competition amongst the employees to reduce the overweight, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and high blood glucose. And we're going to be targeting the overweight, number one, because it will drive the other three as we lose weight. Our goals: reduce employee obesity rates through nutrition and exercise, lower the high cholesterol levels through diet and lifestyle changes, manage and reduce high blood glucose to prevent diabetes, control high blood pressure through physical activity, and improve overall employee well-being and productivity. The program will have two different phases to it. The first one we roll it out will be a monthly team competition. That will be either employees choosing their own team or breaking it down by the cell or group at the facility. This will help motivate the employees, encourage each other, and a little healthy competition amongst the employees. And the three categories that we will be focused on and will have rewards for are most lost inches, so waist size, second would be weight, and three, most steps. That would be easy to count. And then at the end of the year, we would be rewarding the top individual winners for all three of those categories to reward their hard work and dedication to the program. We would promote this with emails and newsletters, monthly wellness updates and success stories, as well as any tips. For those that do not have access to email, we would have posters and flyers as a visual reminder and put those in places that employees are likely to gather, break rooms, restroom, team meetings amongst the ones that are competing, to have those discussions, keep pushing each other on healthy tips, what they're doing, how they're doing, and keep that motivation high. The prizes for the monthly teams will be 15-minute breaks awarded to each of the team members on the winning team. That would be for first, second, third. These would just be randoms. depending on what the employee sees, how the employees react, parking spots, and smaller gift cards. Annual prizes for the individuals winning: first place prize, $500 gift card. Second would be an extra full day PTO, and third, Yeti water bottle to keep pushing them on their weight loss journey. How we would define success of the program would be health metrics, screening, track BMI, cholesterol, blood glucose, and blood pressure levels. We'd do a initial baseline, and then throughout the competition, employee participation, monitor engagement in activities and the screenings. At the same time, gather surveys and feedback from the employees that are participating, as well as those that may have not been participating, what they would like to see to get those employees to participate. Judge the effectiveness of each month and make changes as necessary. Long-term trends, evaluate month to month what those metrics look like, and a year-over-year comparison from the baseline to what those employees as a group and individual wind up being. And that concludes my evaluation for the blue team. If you have any questions, let me know.